Which two MCU actors were banned from doing interviews together? What bromance cost producers a hell of a lot of money? And on which celebrity's doorstep did Matt Damon leave a giant spider? No, it wasn't Jimmy Kimmel. Hi, I'm Alex. Let's go. Number 10. Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. The two Marvel legends who don't get along well on screen are nothing like that in real life. They're besties! They're like friends in school who can't stop giggling for no reason. As surprising as that is, they were even banned by Marvel from doing interviews together because neither of them could focus on the questions. Hemsworth described it as saying, "I think they won't pair us up on press tours because we just spend the whole time screwing around and none of it is on topic."
We're on screen owning the role, right? Do we?
Go, answer a question. Wait, what was the end of the question?
Told ya. Kids in school. But no worries. The two Marvel besties already have a plan for how to overcome that ban. They want to make another movie outside of the MCU. Yes. Any ideas what it would be about? Evan said that he'd love to make one of those 80s buddy comedies where he and Hemsworth could shed the image of the characters they're so well known for. Whoa! I would definitely want to watch that one. By the way, Hemsworth is close friends with another famous actor. Do you know who it is? We'll keep guessing, but now we're going to move on to number 9, Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron. Now these two can't stop saying nice things about each other in their interviews, and it has nothing to do with publicity. Here's a funny one. The Rock called Efron an alien. Why? Because he says that Efron is so kind and sweet and so perfect that he has to be from another planet. Oh, that's so sweet. Their bromance started on the set of Baywatch, where The Rock helped Efron get into his perfect shape. And as with most bromances, Dwayne and Zac had a healthy spirit of competition. Efron was a fast learner, and soon after their gym training started, he was ready to get ahead of The Rock in their workouts. Looking at their set photos, you can feel their camaraderie, because things like that can't be faked, even by the greatest actors in the world. Now, moving on to number 8. David Beckham and Snoop Dogg. Now this one might be a really unexpected combination, especially considering that they've been close for more than a decade. What can possibly unite these two men from such different worlds? Easy. Soccer. Yes, it all started when Snoop Dogg was making a family reality show where he and his wife were teaching their kids different tasks they had to do. When the time came for the kids to learn soccer, Snoop Dogg invited Beckham, and soon after that, they began hanging out together. But who could possibly know that their friendship would become so tight that Snoop Dogg would always ask Beckham to be the first one to hear his new albums, even before the label gets them? He's a great father, a great husband, and a great friend. I love our friendship, and some people in life just come together for some odd reason, Snoop Dogg said. And Beckham never hesitated to pay Snoop Dogg back. For example, he invited Snoop Dogg to his 40th birthday party in Vegas. That might be the craziest celebrity party ever. I wonder what happened. But we'll never know, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Number 7. Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill. Aquaman and Superman, or Khal Drogo and The Witcher. Whatever appeals to you more. Either way, it's a crazy couple, right? We're not sure exactly when these two legendary actors met, but there is no doubt that they became closer after working on DC's Batman vs. Superman, and they got even closer after the Justice League. So seeing them at the premiere of Suicide Squad left no doubt that their true bromance is out there. Cavill was so excited after watching Aquaman that he couldn't help it. He went into the deep by himself, with a fork. It's hard to explain, so you just better check this out. Channeling the man of the hour, the man of big hugs, big laughs, and big pints of Guinness, my man, Jason Momoa. How'd I do? He wrote on his Instagram. Sweet and hilarious. And of course, Momoa proved the friendship wasn't just one-sided when he supported his bro in Budapest, when he was filming the continuation of The Witcher, because we are all excited about season 2, right? Well, so is Momoa. Number 6. Tom Hiddleston and Ed Sheeran. How likely is it that a man who broke up with a girl will become really close friends with her bestie? Not much of a chance. But this is exactly what happened to Tom Hiddleston, Taylor Swift, and Ed Sheeran. Yes, Hiddleston used to date Swift. He even went as far as introducing her to his family in Suffolk. But then something happened and they split up. Hiddleston never commented on the relationship, saying that his personal life is personal. Though the great thing here is that the breakup with Taylor didn't influence his bromance with Sheeran. And just so you understand how close the two celebs are, here's a fact for you. Hiddleston visited Sheeran's secret concert in New York City, where only 400 people were invited. And looking at the backstage photos and some of the tweets from the fans who were present at the concert, you can tell that Hiddleston was truly appreciating his friend on stage. Because times of joy will always reveal real friends. Moving on to number 5, Chris Hemsworth and Matt Damon. Hey, did you guess that Hemsworth's other bromance was with Damon? Of course you did. But did you know that Damon isn't only friends with Chris Hemsworth, but with his entire family? Yes. Damon, his wife, and their kids have even visited Hemsworth's place in Australia for several vacations. They've spent Easters together and Christmas, and Matt Damon's stories about their family trip to Australia are very funny. Unlike Hemsworth, who spent much of his life in the country, Damon wasn't prepared for all of the crazy insects and other life forms that wanted to kill him and his family in the lovely country. Once he had a giant spider in his rental house, his wife and kids were screaming.
And I realized at that moment, I'm the guy who has to deal with the spider.
But no worries, Mr. Bourne trapped the giant arachnid and left it on Chris Hemsworth's doorstep as a friendly surprise, because that's what good friends do, right? Number 4, Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. Well, these two have had perhaps the shortest bromance time period, but probably the most expensive one. Any ideas why? Reynolds and Gyllenhaal worked together on the set of the sci-fi horror movie Life, and that's when they realized that they were having a bromance. But the thing is that the film crew was trying to simulate zero gravity, and the actors were flying on these special wires, and the whole process was very expensive. But according to the actors, they couldn't stop laughing on set. Yes, despite the fact that the movie was meant to be scary, Reynolds and Gyllenhaal spoiled one take after another.
And it was like, we wasted so much money.
And the producers got super mad at both of them. The producers pulled the childish actors aside, saying that they needed to cut it out because the studio was wasting so much money.
Yeah. Give us your time. We're just friends.
Maybe that's why Ryan Reynolds' screen time was so short in that movie? Could be. By the way, that's not it with Ryan Reynolds on our list. He has another even more famous Hollywood bromance. Number 3, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. These two may look like they have a rivalry.
Oh, it's not really a rivalry, it's war.
Sorry? War? But the truth is that all of this is just a bit of fun and nothing more. So how did things start with these two? Ryan Reynolds had just tied the knot with Scarlett Johansson, and Jackman was a very close friend of hers. So when the two actors met on the set of Wolverine, the first thing that Jackman told Reynolds was, "Hey, you better be on your best behavior here, pal, because I'm watching." Reynolds started needling Jackson back on their social networks, and since then, their never-ending friendly feud has only escalated. I'll give you a couple of hilarious examples. Here is what Ryan told Ellen DeGeneres about Jackman.
Hugh Jackman has eyebrow implants. Hugh Jackman has not worn underwear since X-Men 2.
But Hugh Jackman answered it right back.
Ryan Reynolds is a complete and total
And here comes a really great one of my favorites. Reynolds singing Happy Birthday to Jackman. Happy birthday to you.
And I'm not even professionally trained, Jackman, you piece of
I wonder how far these two will go. But their feud isn't the toughest on our list. Have you already figured out who we're talking about? Be patient, it'll come soon. But for now, number 2, Prince Harry and Tom Hardy. What could possibly unite the British prince and one of Hollywood's toughest actors? Hands down, this is the most royal bromance on the list. Unfortunately, we don't know too many details about their friendship. It's deeply private, Hardy explained to Esquire, and then he added, Harry is a f***ing legend. But then why do we consider them to be such close friends? First of all, Tom Hardy is an ambassador for the Prince's Trust, which is a charity for disadvantaged youth. The Prince's Trust has always been close to my heart, the actor told Mirror. Second of all, Hardy and Harry have had a few run-ins at the Audi polo match where they were spotted in photos together. The Prince also visited the premiere of Tom Hardy's famous movie Dunkirk, and the last reason, and the most important, Tom Hardy was present at the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Yes, taking into account that Hardy had an insane working schedule with the Al Capone movie, 16 hours per day according to Esquire, and he still managed to attend the royal wedding, well that does mean something. I don't know about you, but we'd love to know more about this bromance, and I hope that one day we will. Finally, let's get to our number one. Matt Damon and Jimmy Kimmel. Yes, these two are simply hilarious, and there's no way that you haven't heard at least something about their friendly feud. If you want to check out the full story behind their feud, we already did this video for you. The video is to your top right. But for now, let's quickly remember how it all started. Back in 2005, Jimmy Kimmel's show was kind of bad, and those are not my words. We had a bad show, the guests were bad, and I was feeling pretty bad about myself at the end of the program, Kimmel told NPR. And all of a sudden, the famous Matt Damon joke came to Jimmy and he said,
Sincere apologies to Matt Damon. We ran out of time for him tonight. We'll get him on the air again soon.
Unexpectedly, this joke did pretty well. And that's why Kimmel repeated it on his next live show. And again, dozens of times. And people didn't get tired of it at all. The funny thing here is that Kimmel named Damon for no specific reason. He just needed an A-list star to make the joke funny. And Matt Damon seemed to enjoy it. And that's why he finally came on Kimmel and followed his lead. Their friendly feud has now lasted for 15 years. And do you know what, guys? The fact that Matt Damon supported Kimmel and saved his show to some degree or another indeed makes this bromance number one in modern Hollywood. What's your favorite bromance from the list? Which celebrity would you like to be best friends with? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, and just as you always do, thank you for staying awesome.